feeding that ego. Say ego, or I love egos.
I love that Ryan and Joe are in chat. That's funny as hell. Where do you just find a woman bathing in Eggo
It
waffles?
was when I searched ego on the gift thing on here, it was the third thing that popped up. There's a lot of
Oh
great
my
ego gifts,
god.
actually.
Mary, you're missing our Discord chat. It is
I
so
am.
funny. All right, you guys ready?
Yep.
Three, two, one. Welcome back to the No New Friends podcast with Scott, Mary, and Chris. So I had a day off today, and I 30 in the morning because I was up since 6:30. Texted Mary because I know she's up, and was like, "Hey, come over today to or no, take off of work. Let's day drink."
Ah,
Yes.
Yes, because
And then I'm just gonna give my responses. So I was like, "Hey, man, job, have one of those." Also, I had a doctor's appointment
but she
today
was working remotely today, Chris. So I'm like,
because I
well,
had
oh,
a doctor's appointment.
work remotely from Hollywood Studios, maybe.
I know. Well, and so I was like, "Hey, I have a doctor's appointment," and he gives me garbage or grief. And then I shit you not, 30 minutes later, I get a text that says, "I'm bored." It was 8 a.m. Okay, like, what do you mean you're
just go
bored?
back to
What?
sleep, man.
I don't. Yeah. So speaking of sleep, I got up at 3 a.m. this morning. And that's I already talked about that, but I'm still a little crabby about it. Grace
You
and
didn't
Reedy
talk
got
about it
up.
on air. You didn't talk about it
Oh,
on
I
air.
thought I did.
No.
Yeah, so I got up at 3 a.m. today, and it's rough. I did a lot of things. I was very productive, but I'm real crabby. Like I'm up way past my bedtime right now. Grace and Reedy does this thing where when he's ready to wake up, he'll grab my face and he'll say, "Mommy, are you ready to start your day?"
Oh,
Um,
that's cute
but
and
because
annoying at the same time.
well, because I do that to them, like when they're not like getting out of bed. I'm like, "Good morning. Like, are you ready to start your day?" And now it's backfired so bad, so bad. So this is, let me just paint the picture for what has happened. Yesterday evening, I am just cleaning up. I was in my room, and Grayson walks up to me and he goes, "I lost a tooth." And I was like, "Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Where is it?" And he goes, "I don't know if the tooth fairy will like it." And I was like, "Wait, what?" And he goes, "Maybe we should call Dr. Chris." That's his dentist. That's the first, that was when the alarms were going off. He hands me half of a tooth. And
Uh-oh.
I was like, what?" "Who?" And I was like, "Where'd it come from, buddy?" And he opens his mouth, and sure enough, like he broke his tooth. He only had half of a tooth, like just like chilling. And I was like, "Oh man, like does it hurt?" And he goes, "Yeah." Like the kid has such a strong threshold for pain that he was like, "Yeah, like it hurts. Yeah, we should probably do something about that. I don't know, maybe." So he was like, "Can you call Dr. Chris like right now?"
Do you
I was
know
like,
why he's got a
"No."
high threshold for pain?
"Why?"
Zoe has conjured this magical aura around your kids to protect the kids from things
Mm-hmm.
that may potentially hurt them, like pain.
Probably. I would think so. She did make me a little magical potion thing to keep with me. That's supposed to keep me for like to feel good and not anxious and stuff. I actually
And
think it's
hearing
really
that,
adorable and sweet.
I don't think it's an exaggeration or a joke at all. I honestly believe that.
Maybe, yeah. So
I
the
have one of
dentist
those bottles
opens.
too, Mary. I'm sorry. It's called Xanax.
Yes, it's very similar. Yes, it's very similar. So dentist opens at 8 a.m. right when Scott's texting me to tell me he's bored. Um, and I had already had like I had a doctor's appointment already scheduled today. They were able to get him in at like 1:30-ish. I go to my appointment and then go to the dentist after that. I have to hold Grayson down while they extract this tooth because it had to like come out. And they just, shot some numbing stuff right into his gum, and I watched them like hit, hit, rip it
Uh,
out with
why'd
like
you
the little
watch? Why'd you
forceps things
watch? Why didn't you just
because I had to. I had to hold him down.
just
I was
close
like
your
holding
eyes?
him. Um, yeah, it was real rough. Anyways, he didn't go to school today because of this. We didn't know when the appointment was going to actually be. So he was with me, and I did subpar parenting at best because I was also trying to work. He was on the Oculus and he was on Dexter's Oculus. I finally started to listen in to what he was saying. He was playing a game with other people, and I didn't realize that until I heard him go, "Hey guys, I'm here. Yeah, I'm 10." He's not. He's not. I'm 10. And he goes, "What the freaking who?" And I was like, "What?" Just like, and he was like talking shit to people. Like he was like, can't you even play? Ah, come on, power me up. Ah, you know what? You're not even on my team anymore. Like just like talking shit to people. And I was like, Grayson Reedy, you were not being nice. And he, no
What's really
lie,
funny, Mary, if you watch Chris and Joe play Rocket League, there's
is
several
it
times when
similar?
Chris is like, "You're not on my team anymore, Joe."
Yeah. Well, so I'm like Grayson Reedy, and so he takes the thing off, and he goes, "Mom," and like did a thing like I was embarrassing him, and I was like, "You are 7 years old. I don't know what you're playing on that headset, but I need you to either A, calm down and be quiet because I have work calls, or yeah, if you could just do that. Like honestly, do what you want." And then he was like, "Hey, I'm feeling a little hungry," and he does this thing where he like taps his belly. He's like, "I'm a little hungry." I'm like, "Well, what do you want to eat?" And he was like, you know. And he looks over and it's a friggin' honey bun. A honey bun. And I was like, you know what? Soft. You can probably gum that with your broken tooth. Get at it. Do it. Do it. This kid has the ability to con his way into just about anything. And this is what I've learned. Like, so, for example, Mike Reedy's parents, he was at their house. They had some sort of calendar that had like boats and stuff on it. He brings it up to the dinner table, slaps it down, and he goes, "You know what? You thinking what I'm thinking?" We're all like, "What?" And he goes, "Cruise, baby." He wants them to book him a cruise. And you know what? Think they did because he gets what he wants. So this is where it becomes a problem. He gets the tooth ripped out of his mouth. And I think it was more horrifying for me than him. They put it in a little treasure chest box. He's so excited. And the assistant, as we're walking out, she's like, "Are you going to put it under your pillow for the tooth fairy?" And he's like, "Yes." And she's going to give me 1,000 plus $400. And
Wow.
I said,
Wow.
"Inflation is a bitch. There's no way." Like, what are you talking about? So if anybody has like an extra like 1,400 laying around for me, that'd be super cool.
I have a brilliant idea.
Okay.
Just tell them that the Tooth Fairy uses corgi coins as currency, and just slip some corgi coins in there.
Here's the problem with the corgi coin system. They're figuring out ways to hose us with it. Because Mike's parents don't understand the currency exchange, and so they're like, "Yeah, sure, 250 corgi coins." And I'm like, "That is a lot of money. This is not, look, this isn't Dogecoin, okay? This isn't like, come on, man." So it's fine. Like I'm in crippling debt to the corgi coin system. Like I just need to raise my debt ceiling a little higher to keep this economy rolling. So yeah, Grayson Reedy's tooth got ripped out. He's in great spirits, and he finished his day superplexing Dexter over the Oculus when Dexter got home and realized he was playing his Oculus because Dexter realized he was talking in that chat to people I guess he played games with, and he ripped it off of him, and he was like, "That's my little brother. It's not me. Come on, guys. No, no." Like, he was so upset. He was so upset. And meanwhile, Grayson is like, "Oh," like so, and he's like, "Oh, the Tooth Fairy better bring me an Oculus." And I was like, "What the hell, man? I was really happy to get like $1. How did this happen? How did this happen?" So if you guys want to make any donations to the Mary Reedy Foundation,
Just join our
accepting.
Patreon. That's www.patreon.com/no new friends podcast, where you can join from the link on our website.
That was really smooth. That was nice. Yeah, so that was my Grayson Reedy stories for the day. I'm real tired. I'm ready to take a nap, but I'm pushing through, and I'm doing that for you.
We're proud
Okay.
of
Okay.
you.
Thank you.
Mary, do your kids like McDonald's?
Do they like McDonald's? Okay, here's the thing. If they're like, "Hey, can we have a Happy Meal?" I won't say no. And they know it. You want to know why? Because the
Because
most
then you don't have to
delicious
cook.
Diet Coke, no, the most delicious Diet
You do
Coke
have the most delicious
comes
Diet
from, I
Coke.
want a big, nasty one every time. Give me a large.
I know that
Absolutely.
McDonald's Diet Coke is fantastic.
There's not, I don't think there's one menu item I can actually eat at a McDonald's, but I will, I will go in hard on a large Diet Coke.
They don't have a gluten-free menu? No, it's McDonald's. What am I talking
It's
about?
what
I'm
do you,
sorry.
yeah, it's right next to the dollar
Like,
menu.
what am I thinking about?
It's not Chick-fil-A. Good God.
Chris, do you like McDonald's?
I like McDonald's too much, Scott. I'm a fanboy of McDonald's. I'm part of the Quarter Pounder Club.
What
I'm
does
a
that mean?
card carrying Quarter Pounder Club member. I go to McDonald's way too much than I
How
like.
much is too much? I need to know how often. Do you
It,
not want to
it, it
say it?
would
It's
it
okay if
would
you
be
don't.
embarrassing.
Hold
Um,
on. Ryan in chat just said the air in that place has gluten in it.
So and it's like it's weird because this just happened the other night. I don't remember how I stumbled across this, but I do Google search and eBay search some very obscure things. So I'm not surprised that I came across it, but I found that in 1991, McDonald's released. They're called. Let me get this right. I think they're called changeables, McDino changeables. Let me go to my purchase history because I did purchase them. McDino changeables Happy Meal toys.
Yes.
Yeah.
And just for a visual for whoever doesn't know what these are, they are Transformers, but they are McDonald's menu
Oh my,
items.
yes, I love
Yeah,
them
I
so much. The
know.
little
I
Happy
know.
Meal and
Yes.
Yes,
oh
Yes.
my God.
there's
I
a
may
Happy
still have
Meal.
those because I'm a hoarder.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
they're not worth much, but
Probably
if you
keeps
have
teeth
them,
in there.
if you have a set of 10 unopened, I have a good feeling you could probably offer someone $70 for them and they'd accept it
What?
because
That's a
that's
hell of a deal.
I thought so. Emily did not. So I even spent 11 so I spent $70 to get the whole set unopened, untouched by
Unopened.
human hands,
Yeah,
untouched.
untouched.
And then I
Oh
spent
my God.
11 more dollars on the bag that it came in, like the actual McDonald's bag with the
Whoa.
changeables.
What?
So
Chris, you just posted that in chat. It has brought back so many childhood memories.
that's
Just that
the
picture.
that's the Big Mac robot. Ryan just posted
Yes.
that. I'm gonna post in chat, and if you guys want to join in on the chat during our live shows, you can do so by joining our Patreon. You get access to this awesome Discord chat that we talk throughout our live recordings. So for our Patreon members, I'm gonna send the full set of changeables that I got. So I did order these, and I ordered them with a purpose. I really like when I saw that they existed. I really wanted them, but I was like, why? What am I gonna do with these? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a video, a YouTube video. I'm gonna do an unboxing of like me opening up the
Oh.
never before touched. I'm gonna have the bag. So I bought the bag for like a little prop,
I
and I'm
think
gonna
you
make a
should.
video. And I might make a whole YouTube channel based around McDonald's. 'Cause I think a good follow-up video would
Oh
be a
yes.
video of me eating the land, air, and sea. Which is, do you know what that is? Did we talk about that?
You talked about it
No.
on Diz His.
Oh,
Land,
the
air, and
Land, Air, and
sea.
Sea was just released. It's a burger, a fillet of fish,
Uh-huh.
and a McChicken on the same sandwich.
Yes. Yeah.
That makes me want to vomit. That I feel nauseated.
If I
Also,
survive, I think I could go viral.
you could.
Ken said turducken or something like there was
It's very
a
similar.
There's a
Yeah.
ton, yeah, there's a ton
Um,
of new secret menu items.
if I could just give you a piece of advice for that YouTube video, like
Yes.
under like the sub content or like the way you categorize it, if you just put never been touched or first time touched, your search yield might be a little higher.
Wow. I could
Yeah.
this gives me an idea because I could actually with that subtitle I could upload it to YouTube and to RedTube.
Yeah. And probably an OnlyFans. I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's probably
also
McDonald's fetish people out there. I'm one of them. I would pay to watch
It's actually
people.
me. Like, is
It's
that
me.
lip gloss or is it grease from some French fries? Come over
So
here.
now I'm thinking of buying. So of course I spun this as a business expense,
I think so.
and I put it on
Savvy move.
my business card because it is going to be profitable because when I go viral, um,
Mm-hmm.
the if for IRS agent 227 that's listening to this right now, This will become profitable, and that is why it is a business expense. But yeah, I'm so excited to get these. And what makes me the angriest is that like I'm not ready to make this YouTube video yet, and I'm not gonna be able to open them until I make them. Until I make it, I just think it'd be a really funny video and fun video. And I don't know. I just think it's something I randomly thought of, but I think will be very entertaining. But there is a video on YouTube of somebody unboxing these because I looked it up to see if someone did, and they have 3.1 million views.
Wow.
Yeah, so if
Yeah.
I could just like tap into like 1% of that,
Yeah,
Right. There you go.
30,000
You're
views.
yeah.
set. You're
Yeah,
set.
so
Yeah.
so coming to a small screen near you.
Yeah. Oh, if
I
you
gotta.
can start a series of just like long lost McDonald's nostalgia, like when they used to have like the Halloween buckets that your meal came in. Remember
Yes.
that?
Yep.
Yeah,
Mm.
exactly. I think I can segue this into like cool things that I find at the thrift shop. I find a lot of like old like lost toys at the thrift shop, old Beanie Babies and unopened from McDonald's and this and that. I think it'd
Oh.
be fun to just kind of tap into some people's childhood. Like I talked about these changeables, and you're like, whoa, I forgot all
Yeah,
about
no,
that.
as soon as you started even talking about what it was, I was like, I know exactly what you're mentioning
Yeah.
because those were the
Chris,
greatest.
I got to tell you, the McDonald's toys back in the 80s and maybe the early 90s were fantastic. There were these,
Hmm.
and I was so
Uh,
pissed off because what I was missing was Miss Piggy. And I was going because they changed them like every week. I was going
yeah.
every week to get Miss Piggy. Never got Miss Piggy. They gave me the 3 and under Miss Piggy, which didn't have any movable parts. And
Oh.
than the rest. I was hot pissed off because like Kermit skateboard,
Uh-huh.
and it was really cool. And then I had the whole set of the
Bernstein. Yes.
Berenstain Bears, and they were like little felt. What really made me feel old is about 20 years ago, I saw them all in an antique shop. All of them from the 80s. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Before we wrap up this segment, I came across some unsettling news to Emily. Very, very settling news to myself. I still have in my parents' attic every single Happy Meal toy I have ever gotten from McDonald's. Every
Wow.
What?
single one. Me and my sister had this thing we called the blue basket because it was a basket that was the color blue. And
Brilliant.
we put
Brilliant.
So
all
creative of the
we
Yob
put
household.
we put all our McDonald's toys in, and we have every single Ryan's gonna love this because one of his favorite movies is Brother Bear. They came out with these really cool Brother Bear
I
toys where they
remember
would
them.
the characters would transform into the bear.
Yeah.
Have all those. Yeah, I have every single McDonald's toy. Not one of them is worth more than $1 because they were all just mass produced.
Do
But
you remember when McDonald's sold CDs of Disney songs? Do you remember that?
no, I don't
That was
remember
a
that at
thing.
all.
No.
Yeah, they sold Google it. McDonald's sold CDs
Might
of
be my next unboxing.
like one was like buddy songs, I think. Another was like
Huh.
hero songs. Yeah.
That's interesting because Ryan brings this up, and
Oh
Disney
yeah.
like
Do
didn't
you
have
see it?
toys at Burger King,
Yeah.
and I remember that. But also McDonald's and Disney had a partnership for a while because like right across from Pecos Bill, they had a cart
McDonald's
that was
fries.
McDonald's fries.
Yeah,
All it
yeah,
was
yeah.
McDonald's fries.
Chris, did I get the titles right? Was it buddy songs and hero songs?
They have. Let's see. Yeah, Disney's Buddy songs. They have
Oh
the
God.
Rascal songs, Hero songs, and you can get them all for very cheap. So if you're interested and still have a
I'm
CD
almost
player laying
embarrassed
around,
that I remember that.
well, you can get them brand new sealed, all three of them for
What year?
$25.
What's the year range in that? It's got to be like,
1996.
oh,
Oh,
1996.
that's like the year you were born, right, Chris?
95. Yeah.
hey.
Here's the
Bro.
listing. Here's the listing title: Vintage McDonald's Walt Disney Records music CDs,
Vintage.
No.
volumes 1, 2, and 3.
Uh, your
Oh,
middle age when things from your childhood are now
oh
vintage or
my
antique.
God.
All right, we're going to
Oh.
take a quick break. Listen, you don't want to go anywhere because when we come back, we are going to destroy Chris's credibility. Major things happen on Diz His that I've got to call him out for. You're listening to the No New Friends podcast. We'll